The pond half full. Chapter 1, Lucy's Cloudy Days. Lucy, a white Pekin duck with glossy feathers and a bright orange beak, waddled grumpily along the edge of the pond. To her, everything was wrong. The pond was too muddy, its water murky and speckled with bits of algae. "This place is a mess," she quacked loudly, shaking her head. "How are we supposed to swim in this filth?" Her duck friends, splashing nearby, barely glanced her way. Lucy didn't stop there. She squinted at the lily pads, declaring them too floppy and useless. "The morning sun? Too bright, it hurts my eyes." Even her friends' quacks were wrong, too soft, too short, not nearly loud enough to suit her. "Why can't anyone quack properly?" she muttered, kicking at a pebble with her webbed foot. Every day, Lucy found something new to grumble about. The reeds were too tall, the fish were too slippery, and the breeze was either too chilly or not chilly enough. In Lucy's eyes, the world was a terribly disappointing place, and she made sure everyone knew it. Chapter 2, A Lonely Quack. As the days passed, Lucy's complaints grew louder and sharper, echoing across the pond like a storm cloud. "This pond is shrinking," she'd quack. "The bugs are too small to eat." Her friends, once patient, began to drift away. They paddled to the far side of the pond or tucked their heads under their wings when Lucy started her rants. "Why do you always focus on what's wrong?" quacked Mabel, a soft-spoken mallard, before swimming off. Lucy noticed the other ducks avoiding her, and it stung. Her constant griping left her feeling heavy, like a soggy feather dragging her down. Alone by the pond's edge, she stared at her reflection in the water. "Maybe I'm the problem," she whispered, her voice trembling. The more she complained, the more miserable she felt, and the emptier the pond seemed without her friends' cheerful quacks. Lucy's heart sank. She was tired of feeling this way, but she didn't know how to stop. Chapter 3, A Special Duckling. One spring morning, Lucy laid an egg that shimmered faintly in the sunlight. When it hatched, out tumbled the fluffiest, cutest duckling she'd ever seen, with bright eyes and a single feather sticking straight up on its head like a tiny flag. The duckling, whom Lucy named Pip, waddled clumsily and quacked with a squeaky chirp. But Pip was shy about that one upright feather. "It's weird, Mama," Pip peeped, trying to pat it down. "The other ducklings will laugh." Lucy nuzzled her baby gently. "Oh, Pip, you're beautiful just the way you are," she quacked. "That feather makes you special, like a little crown." For the first time in a long while, Lucy felt a warmth in her chest. She didn't care that Pip wasn't like the other ducklings. She loved every bit of her, feather and all. Watching Pip waddle bravely despite her worries, Lucy began to wonder if she'd been looking at things all wrong. Chapter 4, The Pond's New Sparkle. By late summer, the pond's water level had dropped, leaving only a shallow pool. The other ducks gathered at the edge, quacking angrily. "This is awful," they complained. "There's barely enough water to swim." Lucy, paddling with Pip in the shallows, listened to their grumbles and felt a familiar tug of negativity. But then she looked at Pip, splashing joyfully despite the low water, and something shifted. Why focus on what's missing? Lucy quacked, surprising even herself. "The pond's still here, and it's cool and refreshing. Let's make the most of it." She dove in, splashing and twirling with Pip, their laughter echoing across the water. The other ducks stared, wide-eyed, as Lucy and Pip played like the pond was the grandest place in the world. Slowly, one by one, they joined in, kicking up water and quacking with delight. Lucy's new perspective was contagious, and the pond felt alive again, not because it was full, but because they chose to enjoy it. Chapter 5: A Half-Full Life. From that day on, Lucy saw the world differently. The pond wasn't half empty, it was half full, brimming with possibilities. When Pip's upright feather fell out one day, leaving her sleek and smooth, Lucy didn't mourn its loss. "You're still the best duckling ever," she quacked, and Pip beamed, growing into a confident, joyful duck. The other ducks noticed Lucy's change and began to seek her out, inspired by her bright outlook. When the reeds grew tall, Lucy called them nature's curtains, so elegant. When the sun blazed, she said it made the pond sparkle like a gem. Everything, she realized, was beautiful in its own way, even the muddy water had its charm, home to playful fish and soft lily pads. Lucy's quacks were no longer complaints but songs of gratitude, and the pond felt fuller than ever. With Pip by her side, she taught her friends a simple truth: life is what you make of it, and a pond half full is more than enough to splash in. The end.